Hey everybody, you see the title, you know what we about to be on today, or maybe you don't because you see the title and you're like, wait a minute, huh? The athletes you forgot or things like that. Yeah, we're going to cover multiple topics today, okay? One of them is who's better at making the USA Olympic team, okay? Who's better at making the USA Olympic team here? Also, okay, I thought I had a typo there. Also, we're going to talk about a versus matchup between these two, Cambrea Sturgis and TeeTee Terry, okay? But then there's a couple of elements that we're going to do here. And then let me answer the question straight away. The athletes that you forgot about. Maybe I don't title it this, but this is what I have in my notes and what I think I'm going to title it here. Yeah, a lot of athletes get forgotten about when they don't make a team, when they don't win and everything like that. Remember Sawa Nasser? She was second at the World Championships before she came back to the next one and won. But a lot of people, and I looked at the comment section before I even came to this conclusion, I think I overlooked her too, right? She was second, so young. And then the next one is no surprise, even though there's some stuff about her missing the test. And I'm going to look at her forever with side eyes on that because, hey, she missed 4, not just 3. She missed 4. There's some stuff going on, right? In my opinion, there's nothing backing it up here. Obviously, it's my speculation. She missed 4. So with that being said, look, Sturgis came. She was dominating, right? Surprise domination. And then she didn't make the team, and people are like, wow, she just ended there. Let's not forget something here. But before I get into that topic, remember that you are watching Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes' performances and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. And now we got this. I'm going to put the sound bites here when I hear the British announcers and they're mentioning Head and Shoulders. I think that's what I'm going to do in the future. Do you guys want me to do that? Right? Because now we got... I'm assuming that's who hired them, World Athletics. It could be somebody else, right? Could be just the media companies there, whatever that is. Just like, you know, you got NBC in the USA. I did not look, or is it BBC that's over there in Europe that might hire them out to do the announcing? But whatever it is, now they got the features here. I'm going to use the sound bites, right? That they have Head and Shoulders. Remember, this channel is supported by viewers like yourself on Patreon on our NFTs. They're going to be pumping and pumping. Not financial advice, in my opinion, in the future as we explode on this channel. So don't forget to check those out. Also, on Cash App and Chime Sign, which is the $ Head and Shoulders ATR, as well as PayPal donations. Now, I got a question for you all, right? I got a question for you all. Do you guys want me to cover Akira Nugent, right? Do you guys want me to cover her on a video by herself? Because I'm doing this video with TeeTee Terry and Sturgis. And by the way, here she is looking very astute to cover certain things. And look how short she is. What is this with short athletes just being extremely quick? What is that? What is that about short athletes being some of the fastest athletes we got in history? History, okay? What is that? Do you guys got any reason that you guys think so? Right? But yeah, I'm covering these two athletes together. This is back here in 2018 because I think that would be a good way to have our matchup series, right? I think I'm just doing this unofficially, a matchup series. So this is number 2. You guys know that I had Brianna Williams and Kimba Nilsson just the other day. So check that out. Now let's get into this real quick. Let's get back on topic, right? Who forgets these athletes? This is why I have this ranking system. That's where I have the ranking system. Did you know right now that based on my ranking system, I don't think Sturgis would be ranked bronze, but I think, let's look at that. I don't think she would be ranked bronze. It's going to take to next year, then she'll be bronze ranked because she is oh, wait a minute. She actually is. NCAA champion is automatic bronze rank. So Cambrea Sturgis right here. Do you see this ranking right here? Let's put the mouse on the screen. She's 13th quickest in the world. Now remember, A lot of people are giving her the pass for an illegal win reading, but they're not giving Richardson a pass for the illegal win reading. And these are some of the same people that I see that aren't liking Richardson. You know why? Because Richardson, she expressed an attitude that people didn't like. Okay? Let's hold the same energy for both of them. We're either going to give both of them a pass or we're not going to give both of them a pass. Okay? Now, unlike situations like Nassar where she missed 4, okay, that's where I don't give her a pass on that one. And I'm like, yeah, that's very suspicious to me. But I'm going to do a video and I'm going to talk about the positives of Nassar. I don't want to beat up on her. Now, look, Sturgis is 13th ranked this year with a win legal time. TeeTee Terry is number 9, okay? She's number 9. Do y'all realize how fast that is to be in the top 15, the top 25, top 30? That's where my standard is on this channel. Top 50 is the general one. But to be in that ranking, the bronze or higher, you got to be in that top 30. And they are in the top 15. Let's give them a round of applause for that, because we tend to forget athletes like that. Natasha Morrison is 7th, even though she fell off after that, right? Even though she hasn't been having a good season after that for whatever reason, could be injured, whatever's going on. Could have got the sickness and everything like that, just like Kenenisa Bekele. I didn't know that until afterward. I didn't know that's what delayed his training. But let's go here and remember how good they are, okay? And being both of them at 22 years of age, okay? They are very still much in their youth. So let's look at this. Not the U20 youth, but this. Let's look at their rankings here. Look, Twanisha Terry was placed in the top 27. Now, the ranking points, that's because of your points and the races that you get in and everything like that, because you're going to see something here as well, too. She was 27. She held it for a week. Then 35th. She held it for 3 weeks. She's still in the top 40%, in the top 40 on the ranking system, okay, for both of those events in the 100 and the 200. Now, looking at the personal best, let's go down. Like, we got to do the profile here for everybody. A 10:89 wind legal time. Now, I think she might have been slightly faster than that, had that wind illegal time. Now, for the people that are new here, anything over a plus 2.0 is an illegal time, okay? I got to say this all the time. It's always new people that aren't familiar with track and field. So I think she might have been a 10:82, 10:83, right? Maybe even 10:81 with that time, right? Now, regardless, she's a 10:89. Looking at her 200, not quite as strong, but a 22:54. All right, and she's also a 400-meter athlete. That's back in 2016. She ain't doing that anymore. That was back when she was in high school. She said, forget that. I'm on this. I'm on the strong 100, 200, and 60 meters, okay? Now, it was a surprise to many that she lost, because I think, wasn't the 60-meter record held by TeeTee Terry right before now it's Nelson? So that was a surprise second place, because she was the NCAA indoor champion last year. And remember, on my ranking system here, let's look at this, or on here, let's go back to the versus screen. You see the NCAA 2X champ, I'm counting outdoor. And then NCAA All-American, I'm not counting a non-individual win on this image right here. She is a 2-time NCAA champion for the 4x100 meter relay. She did not get it individually on the outdoor. I'm counting outdoor. But technically, she's a 3-time champ if you include the indoor. And she might have even won an indoor race in another one, but I remember her 60 because that caught my attention there, okay? Getting back to this, right? Getting back over this. She's got a 7.0960, okay? That's going to give her an advantage, I could tell you right now, over Sturgis. Let's look at the results, then we go to Sturgis really quick. Now, looking at these, she's pretty hard to beat. She's pretty hard to beat in the 60, okay? Even running some of her slower times, she's lost twice. One was at the NCAA Indoor Championships, and then the other one was the Razorback Invitational right here, right? The second place. I'll zoom in for you so you can see it a little bit better. Here it is. All right? That's what happened. Now looking at her 100. Zoom this back out. Put this back to the right size. She's even difficult to beat in the 100. She just comes and she claims and she conquers. Now, obviously, some of these are one-off races. Some of them are heats. But you can see a lot of these finals here at these invites, the Florida relays, so on and so forth like that. She's hard to beat there. Now, the problem that occurred here was at the NCAA championships. Sturgis surprised a lot of people. It surprised a lot. And I'm going to say she surprised me. Now, looking at it, when we look at her resume, should she have been such a surprise? And I think she's one of those athletes. We'll get to Sturgis in a second. But she got second to Sturgis, right? Then she came and she just only made it to the semifinals at the USA Olympic trials. Her 200's not quite as strong, right? Not quite as strong. She got fifth at the NCAAs, and I think, what was that, 40 minutes later or something like that? So she got fifth. They make it very difficult to be able to run with the way their schedules are to double up. But hey, look, that happens. So here we go. Now, looking at her honors, here's the last thing here. Here's the last thing, right? She got second at the U20 championships in the 100. Now, I find it very interesting. Hey, can y'all answer this question real quick? What's up with World Athletics? I might have to start a website myself where they don't put all of the marks here. Now, when somebody's analyzing it, like myself, if I didn't know this already, like, okay, here's the NCAA championships. Why are not her individual marks at the outdoor NCAAs or even the indoor, right? She's an indoor NCAA champion. So I'm going to count the outdoor just like they're doing. But why are they not putting her second place in the 100? Why are they not putting her fifth place in there? Now, I don't know if this is the agent. It's a resume that makes them just look better. That's my opinion. That's what I've been calling it. Because they don't put all of the marks here. It's very interesting. They only put her wins for the NCAAs, but they didn't put her second. I think that's still good. She got the U20 second, so why not the NCAA second in the individual race? So anyway, let's go on to Sturgis, right? Also 22 years old. She got 16th as her highest rank in the women's 200, held it for 3 weeks. So a little bit longer than that and a higher ranking, right, than Sturgis even in her 100. Now, she's lower ranked in the 100 than Sturgis, TeeTee Terry. Now, 36th, right, for 4 weeks. Now, she's currently ranked 30th. And so both of them are under 40, right? Here we go. Now, looking at the personal best, she's only got a 1092. In my opinion, she would have been under 10.8. 10.8 at the worst with this. Now, because that's an illegal win reading, remember, it's just 0.2, not 0.2 over the legal requirements. That's a shame that the wind just knocked them out, right? But, hey, here we go. Here or there, her legal time is a 1092. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, well, the wind still helped them. We're going to zero it in back to zero, and we got to do this. Look, so many races aren't run like that, and I'm already factoring it in my analysis here. I'm factoring in the wind reading at the analysis, and they were both in the same race. So this makes it even easier to my conclusion about who's going to have a higher chance here to make a USA Olympic team, whether that's going to be an alternate for a relay, whether that's making it their prior or making a world championship. I only got enough room in a title, right? So obviously her 400 is a little bit more recent, back in 2019 instead of 2016. So it's going to be better. 4x4, 4x1. We're going to look past that real quick. So she's got better speed endurance than Twanisha Terry does. Okay. Now her indoor 60. Now this is going to come down to it. A 7.15, a 715, okay? Now, looking at her results here, all right? She's a little bit easier to beat in the 60 than TeeTee Terry is. But let's not discount her. She didn't run as many races, obviously, as TeeTee Terry. In the 60, she was focusing on other things, I am sure, right? But she got 50, or fifth. What the heck, 50? She got fifth at her last at that Clemson indoor invite. Okay. Now, she did not run it at the NCAA's indoors. Okay. She was not looking too hot in this. This year, Look at her 60 times. They were not that quick. And this is where it takes us off guard. I'm not gonna lie. If you look at her past season, she's kind of similar in this way. She runs really bad throughout the season, and then she comes there. So for people that say other athletes, like in the men's races at the Olympics, they're like, what happened to this guy? There are a lot of athletes that show up after not doing too hot. The coaches just know how to peak them. They're not running that well throughout. Because look at this. An 11-5. Then it's not a legal win reading, but it's an 11-2. That's in the heat. The final, she comes by legal. It's an 11-2. Then she goes back up to an 11-2-9 with an illegal win reading. So that's even worse. That's like an 11-3 something, right? Then she's running against the headwind. So you're looking at these, and then she comes up. Then she gets a PR. She gets a personal best, personal PB, PR, PB. Different countries say different things. 1092, right? That's leading up to the NCAAs. Then she comes out, click. So her qualifying round, she's got an 1103 or 1102, okay? Then she's got an 1092. Then she comes here, okay, semifinal. Then she comes in the final, 1074. Now that was a perfect timing. Do you know after that interview, and I always wonder this because I remember when I was running in high school, running USATF during the summer, running at these different things. I'm thinking I'm not enjoying the moment in some of these things. When you look back to it, she was so serious in that interview. She just like walked off and she was like, yeah, I got another race coming up. And she was just so serious. And I told my buddy, and I told you guys even during that point, I said, she got her eyes on the Olympics. And unfortunately, she didn't make the Olympic team. She also was out in the semifinals. So I really feel for her because, look, you're out and you couldn't enjoy it. You're the NCAA champion. If you didn't celebrate during the first one, at least celebrate during the 200. She came by in the 200. It was like, yeah, business as usual. She came to her interviews. I think FloTac had her on or something like that. She's like, yeah, my coach got something here. And then she made a mention that she was looking at the Olympics. I've seen her smile. I've seen her celebrate. So I know that she can do that. She didn't even crack a smile after her races. She just went and was about business. And I'm like, man, that's some focus. So now who do I think has a higher chance of making the USA Olympic team? Now, the fact that Sturgis here has okay, look, her speed endurance is so good. She came back and she still ran a 22:12, a 22.12, right? At the NCAA championships. That was less than an hour between her 100 and the 200, right? If I'm not mistaken. She also has an okay 400. When you really think about it, she's over there in the Shelly Ann Fraser Price category. I think Fraser Price has a faster 400 than her, but still. And the reason why I bring up Fraser Price is because she's hilarious. Go watch her videos online of her running the 400. She's like walking the last 30 meters. She's like, just coming by. She hates the 400. She don't even like the 200 like that, but she hates the 400. So coming here, okay, my battery's running out. Let's plug this in. Okay, so coming here and looking at this, I'm going to give her a good likelihood. Let's go back to the original question here. Let's put it back on the screen so you can see this. Who's better at making a USA team? Championship team is what I really should have did this, but I'm going to leave this header as it is. Who's better at making that team? And I'm going to say because of the speed endurance that Sturgis has, if she comes here, but it really just depends. When you're a collegiate athlete and she's coming back next year, well, you got a lot of races to run, okay? You got a lot of races to run, and that might burn you out. Just like what happened, I think, in my opinion, of Nelson. Nelson was burned out, okay? Now, I think if she's clear of college, she will have a better chance than TeeTee Terry overall if neither one of them make it individually. The reason being is because the USA squad, remember this, they will put a 200 runner like they did with Bianca Knight if I'm not mistaken. Isn't Bianca Knight one of the athletes that ran on the 4x100 world record team in the in London 2012? Bianca Knight was a 200 athlete. They pulled her over and said, "All right, Bianca, we got something for you. Come over here. Come over here. We got something for you here." And they put her on that team. They said, "We need them afterburners. We need you to run this curve, and we need you to run it well." So the fact that she has two things in her arsenal, I think that puts her to a great, as a great runner on there. But, we got to look at the flip side here. Twanisha Terry runs 4x1s, right? Let's look at the honors here so we could put everything on the screen, even though they leave things out here. Twanisha Terry runs one heck of a 4x1 leg, right? Let's not forget that. She held off Richardson on the anchor, if I'm not mistaken. Am I getting this wrong? Is my memory wrong here? Because I remember Richardson was trying to claw her back. Yeah. So, yeah, Richardson was trying to claw her back. She did, I think, close up just a little bit, but really not that much. And she's a good 4x1 runner. So if it comes down to it and it's the agents trying to negotiate for one or the other, if it does come down for that 4x1, unless they need somebody on the curve, right? If they need a curve runner, they're probably going to pick between these two. If it came down to it, it's going to be Sturgis. And that's where I think it's going to come here. And I think you guys let me know if you agree or disagree. Now, because Sturgis, this isn't the, you know what the ironic thing is? Isn't this the second time? This is like the third time now. TeeTee Terry got upset indoor because people were expecting her to win against Kimber Nelson in the 60. She got upset by Brianna Williams back in the World U18 Championships back in 2018. Remember this? Remember the youth championships back in 2018? Brianna Williams took the W from her. Then she comes for the outdoor. You're thinking TeeTee Terry and Kimber Nelson are going to be the two to watch. That's what I was thinking coming into it. And then out of nowhere, here comes Sturgis. It still got somebody. She upset both of them, really, when you think about it. Sturgis came and just upset both of them. So in this aspect, I wouldn't be surprised if she gets nipped for the team because of negotiations. She kind of got a history. Maybe that's just my head canon here. Maybe that's the conspiracy type of thing I'm thinking of here. But because she's doing it in one place, the way you do one thing is the way you do a lot of things. I would say all things in quotes, right? So guys, let me know what you think. I would like to see TeeTee Terry, personally, I would like to see TeeTee Terry be able to make a USA team. Here's the last thing I got. I know this is a longer video. This coming back to our old style where we had the 20-minute videos plus. Thank you guys for being this long. This is the bonus part. Look at this. What about them? What do y'all think about me including athletes that have made the Pan American Games? Now, that might be a second thing here, but look, remember the Pan Ams? TeeTee Terry made the Pan Ams. She got fourth in the 100. That's still a championship. Now, that's the Pan American, just like the Commonwealth Games. Just like these. If you're able to make championships and you out there coming out there and you can place at the Pan Ams, unfortunately, because, you know, I wanted to see Team USA win, but at the Pan Ams, the USA got third in the 4x1. So if athletes are able to do that, this is a side subject separate from this. And I'm going to do a video because I know some people aren't going to last. They got a short attention span like a mouse or something, right? Even on 2x speed, this is basically a 12-minute video here. Look, if athletes can make the Commonwealth, the European Championships, the NACAC, right? The CAC, or the Pan Ams, the Commonwealth, the African Games, the Oceania thing. I forgot what that's called. If they can make these championships, How do you guys feel about me covering them, even though they wouldn't be like bronze label, right? Because right now, Sturgis is a bronze label athlete. And actually, I think TeeTee Terry, if I go back to this ranking system, not going to do it right now, but I believe TeeTee Terry is also a bronze rank because you have to just be ranked in the top 30 for 3 separate seasons. So with that, I think she might have actually gotten that top 30 for 3 separate seasons. I'm going to do my research afterward. I don't want to extend that. But hey, guys, what do y'all think about me doing a separate one? Because, look, if she making the Pan American Games, it's good enough for them to list this on honors. It's good enough for me to acknowledge that. Because sometimes, getting back on topic here for the title, sometimes y'all forget about athletes that are able to make these localized national championships. That's a great achievement. So many athletes don't. I sure haven't made a national championships for the USA. Okay, I haven't made the national championships. Now, there are other people that haven't done it, and we're all out here training, right? So you to make the national championships for your country, even if they got a selection process, you still got to run good enough for them to select you. What if you the no name? Well, the named athlete right now, let's look at, that's probably going to be an athletics and chill topic, actually. So I'm going to keep this here. Let's just not forget that these athletes are busting their tail out here. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, oh yeah, I forgot, kiss the diamond, like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share, because we got people now biting off of the Head and Shoulders moniker. I'm going to just call it the moniker, the phrase Head and Shoulders. I done heard the British announcers now twice say it in the middle of a race. And then also that feature part about them talking about the pre-race favorites and everything. The best athletes coming into that. Man, what else they gonna take? Are they gonna take this too? Are they gonna take the platinum label? Y'all see that on the bottom of the screen? Are they gonna now start doing a platinum label? Now, I do want these things to be adopted. But we gotta know where this came from first. We gotta know where these platinum label, gold label, and everything. That's why I already got the website registered for all of this. I'm going to reveal it to y'all shortly, or maybe in a month or two. So we got that taken care of. I already made sure before I announced this to y'all that I was going to take care of these gold label, platinum, and bronze and everything. So what do y'all think about that? Thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate it. You a real one. And don't forget to check out our other videos here at the end of this video. Peace and much love, everybody. Remember, enjoy your day.